Tell me when to go. Hi, everybody. It's Ana-La-Rai with Sparkles of Love, and welcome to Sparkles of Love Transmissions. I am a Pure Source channel, and I am happy to be here. Today, our format is where I'm going to do some channeling of Archangel Clarity, and I think she's going to talk a little bit about judgment. And we will always try and do some sort of energetic download at the end. And we're also open for some of your questions today. So if you want to write your questions into the question format here, I just have to make sure I can see the questions as they come in. Then we're all set. And we will get started here, as always, with connecting to the light. So just see, feel, or sense as we bring in that pure source light. And just allow that energy of source to come in through the top of your head, the crown, your crown chakra. And just consciously connect to your highest self. So you're always connected, or you wouldn't really still be alive. But just consciously connect to set your intentions and just receive for a moment. All right, and you're going to receive some of that love and energy through our whole time together. Just a reminder, you're welcome to put your questions for today in here. And also, I invite you to subscribe and like my channel. Okay, so let me go into connect with Archangel Clarity, and we will be bringing through some information about the subject of judgment. And it just came up yesterday in in the mastery class, but the guides really want to share about it today. Greetings, beloved ones. I am Archangel Clarity, and it is my honor to be present here with you this day. Yesterday, the Amplified Mastery Group had some surprises as they heard and learned about judgment. And while we cannot get into the depth of it here as we did with this other group, we would like to start to bring some awareness to each of you regarding judgment. And judgment, as you know, is when you compare and evaluate others. And very often with judgment, it is a better than or less than or worse than. It is a good or a bad. It is a comparison and a choice is made. And with judgment, in the human form, you do it constantly without even awareness. And you judge the items in people's shopping carts. You judge what other people wear. You judge how people parent. You judge even the weather. You judge so many things on such a constant basis that you are unaware that you are judging. All right. And there are a few things we want you to understand. First of all, when you judge, especially another human, for whatever it is, in what you would refer to as a negative judgment. So if you said, I love the new style of their hair, that is not a negative thing. But if you say, oh my goodness, look at how terrible they look today, you are judging them. Then when you judge in a negative manner, what happens without really your conscious awareness is there is a negative vibration going out to that individual, right? You are sending out your evaluation, your judgment of a negativity towards that person. So very often, how many of you have felt judged before? You can feel it. There is an energy to it. And It is like when you walk in a room and you can feel judged because you feel the energy of it. So when you are judging someone in a negative manner, for whatever the reason is, you are sending out a negative energy towards them. And it also does not support your own field. So you are sending it out, but some of it always comes back. Some of it comes back, a little bit like what you call those things boomerangs, because you are sending it out, and some of it is going to come back and hit your own field. The other thing that happens with judgment is that judgment, whether you are conscious of it or not, keeps you in separation and polarity. And on your planet, this is a planet of polarity, but it really continues to ground you in separation. Because judgment comes from an ego, a space of ego. It comes from wanting to feel better about yourself, whether you are conscious of that or not. It comes from often from unknown standards or subconscious standards that you have been taught. We will give you an example that Ana-La-Rai spoke of the other day. She was out shopping in a store, and she saw this woman who was dressed beautifully. Beautiful pants. She had nice leather pants on and lovely jewelry. Her makeup and hair was done. She had a beautiful bag and shoes. She was, as Ana-La-Rai's mother would say, put together very nicely. And Ana-La-Rai thought, oh, wow, she looks really lovely. And then we came in the store and talked to her about that. And she meant it in the nicest way. And there was no negative energy that went from that. But what happened is it was still a judgment, even though it was positive, because now you're looking at everyone else in the store and they aren't dressed as nicely. So there is a judgment regarding how they are dressed. And Ana-La-Rai was not even aware that that standard came from the mother. And now everyone she sees in the shop on a subconscious level is being compared to this standard she didn't know she had. Many of you might have faced something like that with how clean your house is supposed to be, or how clean it was growing up. There are so many different unknown or silent standards that are held. Now, be aware that judging and evaluating can be different, because judging has a trigger and an emotional component to it. Very often in life, you need to evaluate things, such as in school, a teacher evaluates how many spelling mistakes were on the spelling test. It is pretty clear. It is correct or it is incorrect. And there is no emotion to that evaluation. If you are hunting or looking for a new home, whether it be an apartment or a condominium or a house, you are looking for a new place to live, you often go in with a list of what you are looking for. Does it have this many bedrooms and this much space, and how much light is there, and what does it cost? And you are comparing and evaluating the places you see compared to your list. And so you are evaluating, and it is very helpful because you now know that this one meets more of your requirements than the last one. And so what happens is that when you get into an emotional piece, it becomes judgment. And when you are judging in a negative manner, so even if you go back to the apartment, you are evaluating it without emotion. You are looking at the differences. But the minute you've now decided that this area is a better place to live, and you have emotional attachments to it, whether it is a high crime or a low crime rate or not, once the emotion comes in, it is a form of judgment. And now there is a negative energy attached to it. So what you want to do is start to be aware of the judgment happening, how often you are doing it, how often you are judging. And again, it is so pervasive in your culture and in your societies. It is just huge. And of course, it is everywhere in your news media, in your fashion, in your television, in your reading, in your internet, wherever you see, there is so many standards set and there is so much judgment of others, of what is right and wrong, what is better than and worse than. And what we want you to understand is that very often when you are judging others, it is the ego is kicking in and wants to feel better about the self. So once you move into self-love on a permanent basis, judgment kind of dissolves. You may still observe many things, but you're not judging because there is no need. There is no need to. And the ego is in a better place. It is not as active. So the ego is needing to be right, to know it all, to be better. And so when you are judging others, the lady in the store, as Ana-La-Rai said, she thought she looked beautiful and she was likely judging herself. Ana-La-Rai was judging herself without knowing it as not looking as lovely as that lady did. So the ego usually is doing negative judgment, right? That, oh, look at that. That parent, they aren't as good a parent as I am. Or they don't treat their children as well. Or they don't keep their houses clean. Or they don't do their job as well as I do. Because you want to, on some level, feel better about yourself. Because you are in what you call that lack of self-love. And this is just a short encapsulation of this topic, very, very short. And there is much more to it. But what we would invite you to do is to start observing all the times that you are judging others in a negative manner. And yes, you can see what others around you are doing. And some people you even label being judgmental. But we want you to start to be aware of the energetics of it, because the energetics of it are what are keeping you in separation and polarity. And as many of you are wanting to become more awakened, to expand your consciousness and to have your planet awaken and move into the levels of unity consciousness and Christ consciousness, you cannot do that when you are in constant state of judgment. And most of you, if very close to not all of you, are in a constant state of judgment without even being aware of it. You are not consciously judging, though the woman, Ana-La-Rai, did consciously judge the woman in the shop the other day. But it is in the subconscious layers that it is this constant evaluation, comparison, trying to feel better. All right, so let us look at the questions and see what comes up. And you may write in, especially if you have questions around this. Let us know if this is making sense. And let us see here. And one says, hi, Ana-La-Rai, can we protect or block negative judgments whether we are aware or not? Well, what we would say is that it is simply your own vibration. The higher you vibrate, the less that will affect you. So when you are in a state of love or peace or joy or even neutrality, that negative energy will bounce off. It won't really impact you that much. Now, if you are in a state of fear or insecurity, then it comes into your field. So imagine you are getting ready to go to a party and you can't decide what to wear, and you choose outfit A, whether you are male or female, and you go into the party and everyone stops and stares at you and stops and stares at you all of a sudden, and you can feel yourself being judged. Oh, that skirt is too short. That tie is too bold. What were they thinking? And you feel that energy come at you. Because you are already in a state of fear or insecurity, it's going to hit your field. But if you chose your outfit, whether it be A, B, or C, and you feel very confident in it and you really don't care what anyone else is saying, all those judgments, you being in a confident state and in a state of peace or joy, just bounce off. So we hope that that makes sense to you. So it's really not about protecting yourself. It's about bringing in your own vibration so that everything else just kind of bounces. Does that make sense to you? And if any of you others have any questions around this, please let us know. And what we will do is we will do a short download and it gives you some time to write in other questions. So let us just see what we would like to bring in today. Mm. So we invite each of you to close your eyes. And we would like to bring in a little bit of joy energy, a little bit of joy energy. Beautiful. So eyes closed and just feel now as Ana-La-Rai and I, Archangel Clarity, start to bring down from source that vibration, that high vibration of joy energy. And for some of you, it may trigger you slightly because you don't want to be joyful or you don't feel you deserve to be joyful. But allow yourself, and each time you listen to this recording or this video, you can receive again and again. So let us just put on the timer. We all shall do 8 minutes. We will do 8 minutes of a download of the vibrations of joy. And one says, I guess it is keeping the internal peace no matter what. Yes, the more that you can live in peace and joy and happiness, the better it is for you by far. Because you stay out of the lower vibrations, you are less likely to be judging others and judging yourself and sending those negative vibrations out. But really, to eliminate all of that, you need to move into the deepest levels of self-love, where the ego becomes more dormant, and you don't feel the need to try and be better than someone else or know it all or know what they should wear or how clean their house should be. All right, so eyes closed and just receive this vibrations of joy. And for some of you, it almost might tickle as it comes in. It might make you want to laugh a little bit. It feels often like it bubbles, quite like champagne. and continue to receive this vibration of joy. It's coming down from source through your soul star chakra up here and down into your crown chakra at the top of your head. It's going to flow down into your body. Just receive. It is a little bit effervescent often. Continue to receive. We will download for another 4 minutes. Beautiful. We hope that you felt some of that energy come in, whether you felt it as joy or just something lovely. And a couple of things we'd like to let you know about. Next Thursday, the 23rd of May, will be it is the full moon, and we will do what we call an advanced opportunities class. It is where the guides bring through the newest tools and processes through Ana-La-Rai, and that is available on her website, sparklesoflove.love. And also we will put in the below here in the feed, as you call it, or whatever, the link for Ana-La-Rai will be presenting in a beautiful summit with Danielle Rama Hoffman starting on the 27th. It is a master class for global leadership, and it runs the 27th of May to the 31st of May. And each of there are 5 to 6 speakers a day, some that are going to be supporting you and your growth, and each of them will be offering a gift. And the recordings are available for 24 hours. So Ana-La-Rai will put the link in here. It is also on her Facebook pages and on her website for those of you that wish to register and receive all of this free. And so we would say that that is will be quite profound. And Ana-La-Rai speaks on the last day, but all of the speakers will have something that we think that you would find helpful. And so, beloved ones, I am Archangel Clarity, and I shall turn you back to Ana-La-Rai, and we look forward to connecting with you once again. Oh, awesome. So someone is saying, so much easier to love myself being in the frequency of joy. I see myself and my energy child having fun. I laughed a lot. Thank you. You are most welcome. Most welcome. Thanks everybody for being here. And if you didn't get a chance to see the beautiful Aurora Borealis on May 10th, that is a shot behind me. And it was pretty spectacular. So, all right. See you next week, and really be observant of yourself, of where you are with the energy of judgment. I'm Ana-La-Rai with Sparkles of Love. Bye for now.